over 16 years ago. An April Fool's Day prank tickled on one fan base's brain like an itching powder that we have not been able to collectively scratch. This is a guest episode of Top Tower Review. Imagine Games Network, IGN, uploaded a theatrical Legend of Zelda movie trailer. The nerds, myself included, rejoiced. Up to this point, the only Zelda content was the cartoon from 1989. And the many spoofs on YouTube.
Dead again, you ass!
You gotta love those low-res spoofs. I understand the technology didn't hold up, but at the time they were uploaded, these were funny. Hell, even Powerpuff Girls got in on it.
Oh, blast it!
Our collective and building geekish glee was eliminated when we saw the release date was April 1st, 2009. April Fool's Day.
We've been duped!
Duped!
You can still look at the comments and see how many people were sad it was fake. It was a good prank. A great prank even. But all it revealed was that many people want to see this movie. The trailer was a prank to us. But to some groups of fans, it was a pitch. This prank trailer laid the template on how to have a successful Zelda movie, and the fans picked up on it. Number 1. Show a landmark. Hyrule Castle from the perspective of Hyrule Field. An aerial shot hovering over Death Mountain. They look similar because they both took inspiration from the game. Number 2. Establish voices of the characters. The trailer picked a working-class Scottish accent to show Link comes from modest roots.
And you're coming with me. Now mind your manners and do what I say. Speak to no one.
This type of backstory was reflected in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which came out in November 2006.
And you're coming with me.
The fan movie opens with Link fishing by himself. I don't know about you, but a village that relies on fishing for food and entertainment screams humble to me. Zelda got an English accent.
Hyrule will fall. Nothing can stop the evil which has crept inside these walls. I am too late.
Which is similar to the one she ended up with in Breath of the Wild and Hyrule Warriors.
It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the Sword's Chosen One.
The fan movie and the trailer both did this before Breath of the Wild was ever released.
I have wisdom and my father of power.
Ganondorf sounded fierce.
Hero of time! Faith!
Just like his laughs and grunts in Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess.
17 years, Tomaz. The Hylians foolishly welcome us as dignified guests.
Number 3. Fantasy world building. Fantasy adventure movies were doing great in Hollywood, led by the Lord of the Rings franchise. The trailer borrowed so much from Lord of the Rings, Link's last name should be Baggins. The quick shots of the market town remind me of the early shots of the Shire in Fellowship of the Ring. With limited resources, the fan movie copies this too. Zelda was given an elven glow like Galadriel. The hand reaching for the Triforce is like Frodo putting on the ring at the Prancing Pony. They even trigger bad events like Ganon and the Black Riders. Number 4. Recognizable moments from the game. Or it might be better to say cinematic moments from the game. The first boss fight is iconic with that spider eye in the ceiling. I think you'd agree, these side-by-sides are familiar but different. Link on Epona is a staple. I'm still impressed the fan movie had the resources to pull that off. Even some deep cuts like the pea hats in Hyrule Field. Call me a fake fan, but I didn't know what these were called before this video. The Triforce mark on his hand, so you know he's the chosen one. These moments from the game laid the groundwork for other fan-made movies. The most notable of these is Hero of Time, a fan-made film which may not hold up now, but at the time it was released in 2009, my brother and I thought it was a solid, faithful adaptation. YouTube comments of the trailer agree. The overall perception of the film was good, despite what IMDb will tell you. Link and all of the characters had an English accent. Having Link speak
It never changes. When will you tell me who I am?
is the biggest creative liberty they took. Except for that.
My name is Dory. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm a Goron.
And that. Ganondorf had great makeup and costuming.
Or it will be staked on a pike outside this castle when I am king.
Almost the entire time. I don't know what was going on at the end there. They had passable special effects to create some of the environments we recognize from the game. They had even more than the ones shown here. In the time special effects weren't used, they tried to recreate some of the same angles of the architecture. There were enough moments taken from the pranks template to make up for some of the more rushed parts of the fan movie. Most infamous may be the Goron Death Mountain scene.
Are you the prince of your people?
Well, whatever's left of them. We scared around this land in smart number.
Or the very clearly Sharpied Triforce symbol on Link's hand. Considering quote-unquote bad film directors like Ed Wood put UFO toys on fishing wire, I appreciate this team's creativity and resourcefulness. Even more recently are the Unreal Engine Legend of Zelda adaptations. These are visually stunning and leave me wanting more. Take this Legend of Zelda in Studio Ghibli style. Created by Rowan Link and uploaded by none other than IGN. Which, IGN, haven't you put Zelda fans through enough? It's another fan teaser, but hopefully one day, a pitch to one specific animation studio. Despite Nintendo and Illumination's partnership, there are no plans for a Legend of Zelda movie through them at this time. Maybe one day we get the Legend of Ghibli. In the meantime, Variety has said a live-action Zelda movie is in the works. There are a lot of positive signs. Sony is producing it. It has the same producer as the Spider-Man movies, and a director with a solid track record of fantasy movies. Say what you will about the creative team's track record, but my bar is as low as M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender film. My bar for success for a Zelda film is to earn a sequel. As a fan, I'd like to think the Nintendo 64 Zelda games would be a great trilogy. Ocarina of Time would be split into 2 movies. You start with young Link, build the world of Hyrule, and end as an adult fighting Ganondorf in the Forest Temple. The second movie would start as a compilation, stopping at the Link vs. Dark Link battle. If you needed Ocarina of Time spoiler alert, the end of the movie would be defeating Ganondorf and turning back into young Link. The post-credits scene would be Child Link walking with Epona in the woods, where we see Skull Kid hiding in the trees. This would set up the third movie to be Majora's Mask in its entirety. As we know when it comes to video game adaptations, it's tough to keep fans happy while maintaining a universal appeal. Let's just hope that when the trailer comes out, the release date isn't April 1st. What do you think of the new Zelda movie coming out? And have you ever seen the Hero of Time fan film? Let me know down below. Thank you to all the creators I got clips from for this video. Their respective channels and the Hero of Time movie are linked below.